Hello and welcome to another video in this series which covers aspects of the new 2024 rule set for 5e. In this one we're going to be looking at summoned NPCs. If we have a look at Bob the Wizard here, we can see that he's got a few spells which allows him to summon certain NPCs. If we have a look at the summon aberration here, it tells us that we can have a choice of three different sort of aberrant spirits, and it uses these stat blocks. If we have a wee look down here, we can see that the stat blocks do things like melee attack roll bonus equals your spell attack modifier. You hit and you do a 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level slashing damage, blah blah, and so on and so forth. So in the past, you would have had to have worked out what these figures actually were, and then you would have had to have reworded the hit and damage arrays so that the correct figures would be put onto the combat tracker when the character was placed there. So if we have a look at the aberrant spirit here, we can see that there is a new section in this particular NPC block, and this is for the summoned NPC. So this tick box here tells us that this is a summoned NPC, or it's an NPC which can be summoned via a spell. And then we've got an array of boxes here: spell level, spell attack, spell DC, the spell modifier, and the proficiency modifier. And then we've got the summoned AC, which is 11 plus 1 per spell level, and the hit points is 40 plus 10 for each spell level above 4. Now this ties in with what this is showing us here. We've got hit points 40 plus 10, and we've got the AC 11 plus the spells level, etc. And we've already covered this idea that the hit and damage is dependent on spell level, and or the caster's spell bonus, etc. So these boxes here can be filled in with all the necessary information, and if we scroll down further, we can see here that we've got the eye rays, got a ranged attack plus S attack, and then the damage is 1d8 plus 3 plus S level psychic damage. So these S level and S attack are related to these boxes up here, and there are various flavors of these S attack and S level and things like you've got an SDC as well, and these are all related to these boxes in here. So if we were to put this aberrant spirit on the combat tracker as it is and go to its offensive section, you'll see that the spell attack or the attack is at +0 and the damage is simply 1d8 plus 7. But obviously it should be higher than that. The S level has already come through because it's going 1d8 plus 7, so it knows that this is a 4th level spell. We've got some of the information is filled in here, like we've got the spell level is 4. So we know that, but then Bob here could upcast this to a level 5 or a level 6 or higher spell level, and we would need to change this so that that is taken into account. So supposing he's casting this at level 4, then what we need to do is we need to fill in all of these boxes here with Bob's current levels or current spell attacks and DCs, etc., so that these figures down here will properly work when this creature is put onto the combat tracker. So if we have a look at one of the spells here, like we've got the Ice Knife, so we know that Bob's ranged attack is a +9, so we can put in 9 into this box. We know that his spell DC is 17, so we can put that into this box here, and the spell modifier is of course a spell casting modifier. So if we switch over here, we can see that he's got intelligence of 21, so his spell modifier is 5. So we can fill all of these things in. We can leave everything else in here because we're casting this at level 4. And if we now drag the aberrant spirit into the combat tracker, we can see that we've got the correct attack modifier now, and the damage, of course, was still the same because we're casting it at level 4. So if Bob was upcasting this spell and he was casting it at, let's say, level 6, when we now drag this in here, we will see that the damage has now gone up by another couple of points. We can see that the armor class of the creature has gone up by 2 because we get an extra point of armor class for each point above 4. And we can look at the hit points there as well, and the hit points are again 40 plus 10 for each spell level above 4. So if we're level 6, we get another 20 hit points on the thing, so it's now got 60 hit points. So if we get rid of these ones, and let's have a look at another one of the NPCs here, or from the spells that Bob has. Let's have a look at the Summon Undead one. We've got, again, 3 potential suspects for summoning. If we have a look at the Undead one, and it's the same thing. Again, we've got this summon. If we unlock the NPC, we'll see all of the boxes. And if we scroll down here, we can see the same kind of thing, that they've got this deathly touch thing with the S level and S attack. And there actually, I think I might have, I want to look at the putrid spirit, I think. Yes, we've got the putrid spirit here. So the putrid spirit, in addition to its attacks and this kind of thing, is got this festering aura, and it means that the target must make a Constitution saving throw. So if we do the same thing again and just drag this in and have a look at its attacks, we'll see that the saving throw is at 0, the attack is at 0. The damage is partially, well, it's correct for the spell level if we're casting it at level 3. So we need, again, to fill in these boxes in here. So again, we know Bob's spell attack is 9, his spell DC is 17, spell modifier is +5, so we're going to add that into these things, and we're just going to cast this spell at level 3. And now when we drag this in and look at the offense, we can see that we've got a Constitution saving throw has gone in properly, the attack has gone in properly compared to what it was before. And again, if we were to cast this at a higher level, then we just tell Fantasy Grounds what level we're casting this at. So if it is going to be cast at level 6, then when we drag this in, we can see that, so let's make the combat tracker a little bigger. We can see that the creature now has a bit more in the way of this one here. Let's open it up first. It's got a bit more in the way of armor class and hit points because of the increases to the hit points and armor class by the spell level. And we've got all the Constitution saves and the attacks and everything like that are all in there correctly. So that's summoned NPCs. If you're creating one yourself, then obviously you can go to the add item here, and then we just come down to this box here, and if we click on that box to tick it, then all these other boxes come in, and you can fill this in according to whatever you want the format to be. So obviously you need the minimum spell level at which this creature can be cast, and then you need the base armor class plus if there's any bonuses per spell level, and then the same thing for the hit points plus any bonuses if there is any spell levels above a certain level, so that Fantasy Grounds can work out all of these things. And then when you come to doing your actions, then you would follow a similar pattern to what we've got here. You've got the SDC for the saving throw, you've got the S attack for the spell attack roll, and S level for any additional damage done according to the spell's level. So I think that's spellcasting or summoned NPCs for spellcasters. Of course, this can only be done by the DM. It has to be pointed out. The player can't edit these creatures in any way, shape, or form. The DM would have to fill this information in and then share the NPC with the player so that the NPC would be able to then use the NPC, or the DM could simply control the NPC if you wanted to. But you can share the NPC if you put the NPC onto the combat tracker first, and then we drag the NPC and drop it onto the player's portrait that you want to share it with, and then the sorry, not the portrait, but this one here. You drop that onto the player's portrait that you're going to share it with, and that'll pop up on the player's screen, and the player will then be able to control that NPC. You may also need to switch on the where is it? It's one of these options down here. Here we go, token, party vision and movement. You may wish to switch that on if you want the player to be able to move the token. Otherwise, the DM is going to have to move the token for the player. Okay, I think that's the summoned NPCs. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers for now.